We're going to start off by discussing the drama that has been surrounding the Vasil hard fork in regards to some of the SPO is actually coming and highlighting some issues with the testnet. But not only has that been resolved socially or politically, we also have the Vasil hard fork actually coming along very nicely, and everyone's kind of pulled together as a community. And I think there is no community like the one in Cardano. It closely resembles a family. Every community has toxicity. But from what I can tell from Twitter, it seems like everyone pulls together and behaves civilly when there are disagreements, as there have been with the testnet. This includes Charles Hoskinson, the site's very first employee. I don't really have anything to say on either side, so we will talk about it and sort of what is happening. You know, I have no business passing judgment on anyone, it's not my place. Then we'll discuss the price because I haven't created a card on a video in a while. I also frequently receive the question, do you still hold ADA, from people? You guys are aware that we have been heavily investing in stable coins since Bitcoin's price peaked at $44,000. Since $1, Cardano was one of the cryptocurrencies that really held onto its value the longest. In fact, we never really shifted to a bearish mindset. We sort of bounced off it and popped back up above it. You're in for a bit of a difficult time when you come back down, we kind of remarked after that. For those of you who only watch my Cardano videos, it's well worth viewing my daily cryptocurrency market updates because we cover the macro, we cover the kind of time period that we're in, and given our market perspective, we know what's driving the market's overall price. That might not be the right answer after all. But that's just my perspective, and generally speaking, we get things right over a longer period of time. No one can call markets every day, as you well know. 100% right. However, we do have a strong track record of success with the macro, and we have been positive on ADA ever since all of the films started to trade at 10 cents and above. And before we get back into the hard fork and everything that's kind of going on with that where we are now, let me just say that this is a project that I truly believe in. You know, I think there's an extraordinary opportunity at hand. Guys, there is a fantastic chance right in front of you. You may recall that I gave you this Wells Fargo article. Wells Fargo is the third largest bank in the United States. They basically equate cryptocurrency and blockchain to, let me read that. In our opinion, digital assets are just as disruptive and innovative as the internet, automobiles, and electricity. So, we have always said this. Blockchain is a technological revolution similar to that of the internet, personal computers, and even the railroad sector, and Wells Fargo has expressed its unambiguous agreement with us. The opportunity at hand is that, in the long run, I do believe the market will decline. I believe there is a real chance that a black swan event will occur given all that is happening. Doesn't have to occur, but with everything that's going on right now, I don't believe people are considering that danger at all. And therein lies the chance. Due to the fact that Cardano is still around. Despite the criticism it encounters, it remains one of the top 8 cryptocurrencies. And it has consistently been among the top 10. Actually, as of 2017. The Vasil hard fork is still something I'm very happy about, honestly, because I'm excited to see what comes out of the DeFi ecosystem. It's showing us that it has a wonderful community and that there are tons of things happening. We currently have, I believe, over 1,000 initiatives, many of which will contribute to the overall value of the Cardano ecosystem. And we've had 12 so far. You could say that some of them don't even deserve to be listed there. But since it was so early, you already know that there would be hundreds. As you are aware, the cryptocurrency business is still quite young. Even as an asset class, it is not yet recognized. All of this will happen in the future. And if you can withstand the storm, you should be dressed in a Mac and some wellies because it is currently raining. We shall soon experience better days. Simply persevering will allow you to obtain and sort of reap the benefits of that. And if the price moves in the direction I think it might move, that will undoubtedly present a fantastic opportunity for those who missed out on the 2021-2020 boring. So let's begin by taking a look at what has occurred. So we have the testnet work, which has been delayed quite a few times as a result of their unwillingness to rush things. This is one of the reasons why I am so bullish on ADA, because they have adopted a sort of peer review approach to things. In essence, this came from Adam K. Dean. By the way, Adam Cardano, who I believe recently launched a YouTube channel, recently produced a fantastic video that, as I'll give a link to in the description, really covers everything. And in essence, it was this tweet that started all of the news stories about the testnet. It's crucial to note that the Cardano test network is currently catastrophically broken as a result of a defect in node version 1.352 of Cardano. You guys can go over and follow Adam if you don't want to read any of this. In essence, this meant that there had been a major failure with the test network and that it had become essentially useless. Definitely entering mainnet. In essence, this started a lot of other things, garnered a lot of attention in the media, and obviously gained wings and legs. And all that it really was someone who clearly has a great deal of love for Cardano. Blockchain technology has been around for a while, underlining the fact that there was a problem with a testnet. Testnets are used to identify problems. It's not as if the problem affected the main net. It's completely normal. Following that, this generated a lot of headlines, which ultimately caused Charles to get rather irritated. However, I believe that despite the heightened emotions, both groups have managed to sort of mend fences, get past this, and now collaborate on the vote on the Basel hard fork. Charles, though, had a brief retort to this. I believe Adam really made an appearance on Dan's show from Crypto Capital Ventures. In essence, they were discussing the fact that the title had problems. The problem with YouTube is that, while nobody likes clickbait, including those who utilize it, it's kind of an essential tool to increase interaction. That is simply how YouTube operates. It's kind of like the thumbnails, you know. If that's the kind of game we're playing, it's no different from you coming into a store and seeing a bright red packet of talents. So since then, there has been a small problem there. It appears that the fix in version 1.35 is effective and has been verified by a number of other test sites. And Charles Hoskinson is essentially discussing this, noting that everything is proceeding smoothly. And once more, it's everyone's sort of buddies. The hard fork is progressing as a result. I believe we are simply awaiting some stows. Basel will then be available. And the fact is, there is no reason why it shouldn't. We definitely predicted that it may extend into September this year. It appears to be October, if not more likely. I have no problem with that. I don't think there should be any haste now that the economy is in a bear market. I'd rather do things properly. Vasos, a major event. We have been really vocal about what we believe JED will do for the Cardano ecosystem, which was a blockchain. The fact that Luna is essentially a tragedy is understandable, but when it came to what they did with their UST and a number of other decisions, things started to go awry. And, as you may know, we are aware of what happened there. However, it's amazing what an algorithmic stablecoin can do to an ecosystem. It practically catapulted Luna into the top 10 because of its stablecoin, even though we all know they made mistakes. The algorithmic stable coins that we currently have should hopefully operate well. And actually, you know, stable currencies have an impact on everything, primarily indexes and the lending platforms that we don't really have a lot of yet. However, all of it will come after the Basel hardcourt. This demonstrates what I mean when I say that many fantastic initiatives will soon be launched. And now that everyone is essentially on the same page, I doubt they ever weren't. You know, everything is really going along quite well. So let's discuss the cost now. We are in a bear market, so we basically know the story here. It's a bear market that's macro-driven. Therefore, things don't seem to be going well from an economic perspective. And regrettably, those circumstances will continue. You are aware that markets are fueled by liquidity. If you consider things from a recessionary perspective, you know, recessions normally don't occur when everyone has a lot of money and just pumps it into the markets, as happened after March 2020. It doesn't really, in my opinion, give a very positive outlook for markets until the end of the year, until the Fed sort of eases off, which I don't think they're going to do. I think they're going to keep their foot on the gas a lot longer than people expect, and inflation is going to continue to say hi. We talk about this all in our daily CRYP. You've also got corporates and kind of your big banks and institutions. They're also getting squeezed on liquidity, but given that cryptocurrency growth and usage are just continuing to kind of mushroom, this will present an absolutely fantastic opportunity. The true value here is that many people frequently question me, okay, so, what intrinsically supports the blockchains for smart contracts? The same way that a smart contract on the blockchain is giving you with a service. If you think about Amazon, it's the users that make it valuable. You can apply this to finance or any other industry. And this is the real opportunity once again, thinking back to Wells Fargo and this kind of article, Digital Assets, a World of Possibilities, where it is discussed how in the future, we will have the Internet of Knowledge or the Internet of Information, which is the one we're currently discussing. Then came the emergence of this new, valuable Internet. And this is where the blockchain industry is headed, where I believe the market cap is currently under $1 trillion. There is no question in my mind that this will continue into the tens, if not hundreds of trillions of years from now that we have climbed a little bit. Finance in general, in my opinion, will be conducted on blockchain if this industry truly takes the direction I believe it will. Whether it be e-assets, I believe there will be a transition to the blockchain. And the future looks really intriguing. Therefore, we'll just have to write down whatever happens. In the end, there are several areas that we're looking at just to quickly list a few for you. Considering this level, possibly, though I don't believe this is most likely, I think you're going to receive a bid before you are here. And after that, I believe that the price will most likely be on the lower end of 30 cents for me. If things continue the way they now are. The problem for me is that I believe the Fed will move and shatter something unless we witness some kind of significant improvement. And that will lead to some kind of submission. They may then need to change course, or they might just keep doing what they're doing as long as nothing is broken. Additionally, markets are slowly deflating. However, in the end, I don't believe there is any reason why you couldn't return to your 30-cent range. Additionally, no matter how terrible things become, keep in mind that the price is more of a reflection of supply and demand than it is of Cardano's blockchain. As a result, you may find yourself falling to these levels. In the worst situation, not up to 100%. Even though the markets have been rising since the 1980s or the 2013 market crash, we've kept a bias for a while now. When you kind of compare the total picture, it's really textbook. We've made the bias that this is nothing more than a bear market rally, not only for the crypto market, but also for the S&P and a number of other things. Until shown differently, this is still a bear market. Although an excellent book on using the March 30th, EMA tactically and looking for a sort of phase 123 or 4 market structure was written, this is not really where I want to be purchasing. Instead, I want the CMA to flatten. And there will be a number of additional factors as to why I return at this time. As a result, one of the few cryptocurrencies that I still have is ADA. Simply because I've been a believer for a long time, I have a stake in it, and I clearly want to support it in that way. However, we won't be looking to purchase till there may be additional downside. And that's once more the chance I believe is available if you can get $1. You can get it for 20 cents if you want to. You're going to set yourself up in the long run if blockchain and cryptocurrency turn out to be what I think they are, what we've been saying for over 3 years now on this channel. You can scoop it up at perhaps if it gets lower, which I don't think is most likely. And longer, as we enter 2017, since we first entered the cryptocurrency market. We still haven't really taken hold and, in a sense, taken over the globe. If we go the route of this is a tech revolution. Therefore, I believe that being a part of the experience and investing when prices are cheap can actually position you for life-changing benefits. And therein lies the chance. I'll leave a link to Adams 12 as a result. I'm talking about a video you recently made that provided a little more of an update on Vaser and the current state of the drama. I'll add another link to this Wells Fargo article as well. If you're interested, that's all I have for you in this video, guys, if you liked the content as much as I did. I know that some of you saw it on one of my previous videos. So as a comment, I want to see every single one of you in the upcoming YouTube video. Have a great Monday, guys.